definitely one of those, like we saw with EU earlier today, where like any of the people that I put in my top 3 could easily win the tournament.
Well, we're going to see if SAC Kyna can, in fact, make an attempt at trying to get closer to your predictions. They're going to have to go through Ian and Rayzigher, though, who absolutely speed ran that losers quarters last round. So, how do you feel, for one, about the fact that we have had a minimal tour of Demon Island of late? We are going to start here first, and about the team lineups that we have going to start things off.
Why are we seeing so much Queen Nai? What's going on in this region? What do they have in the water
they got something figured out
that makes them want to play Queen Nai? Because honestly, like the way that I'm seeing it, like I'm trying to get a sip of that water. The way they're playing this Queen Nai, making Queen Nai look so good today.
They are specifically out here to make Toast happy. That's all that matters. And well, we're going to see Kyna fall very quickly, and so is SAC. So only one holding on to that first one is Ian. And honestly, after what I saw in the elimination quarters, your whole target focus needs to be on Ian. Ian has been an absolute problem.
His punish of that charging up of the recovery was really nice. I feel like very few players would go for that option, but I think it's a really smart option. Obviously, it had the KO potential as we saw. It also gives you like a lot of frames to not have to be as precise as like a side air or a down air or anything like that.
Oh my goodness! Well, double axe line up in the center of stage is definitely a good way to do it. When you have Kyna just going in with D-Lights not getting punished up for it, allowing SAC to just sneak into the back, things are definitely going your way. But here is we were kind of expecting to see Lance at some point. We never got to see it. Now it finally shows up.
What's going on? We have 2 Queen Nais and very limited Lance so far.
Production, quote unquote, best region. Queen Nai has been an issue. I mean, we talked about the strength of Spear, but definitely not what we expected to lean towards. Usually, we've been seeing Hattori from a Fiend, but right now we're seeing everybody exit the building from the blue team as they take a double KO.
That one brings them back in this for sure. It gives them a little bit of a lead, but we could see that go away. So for all, never mind. I see Kyna. He just got hit with a little bit of team damage from SAC. That down air from Ian just turned him red. So I think Kyna's still in a pretty good spot as long as he doesn't get caught by his signature. There's the D-Sig from Rayzigher. That one even almost KO'd on Kyna as he just got into red. That is how much strength Queen Nai has. We always talk about her defense, but she also has a tremendous amount of strength.
It took a second with the scramble going on there too, because Ian was doing everything he could. He hit Rayzigher a couple times the siders. Did find that D-Light recovery to take him off the top, but that's just the strength of the blue team right now. And they are, like you said, not far out. They're about to be far out after that. Sider comes through. That's a lot of resources gone on Ray. He's going to have to go to the bottom, which allowed them a free double up because there was nothing Ray could do to get in quick enough.
Bro, SAC is nailing these neutral signatures in a way that I've never seen Olgrams use them in 2v2 before.
That was domination at the end. That went from a close game to we'll be seeing you so fast. I don't. Where was that the first couple of like minutes into this game? 1, 2, close him out instantly, and then instant dodge from Kyna because he knew Ian was going to come in, got around that, reacted to still close out the game, and then as soon as he got positioned, because Ian was already committed to a jump to go chase after, I believe it was SAC. Yeah, SAC was in the air. Saw it, D-Light, finish his food. That was perfect communication by them at the end.
We're not really used to seeing 2v1 combos that are mostly signature-based. It's usually like a lot of light attacks, and it's like 8 to 10 steps, whereas this is the starter can change based on what's happening. Like you can start off, we saw Kyna do it with a Blaster's down air. We also saw him just do it at the end with a Blaster's neutral light. That gives SAC the ability to come in, neutral signature, and then Kyna follows up with a side signature. So it's of the 3 attacks that happened, 2 of them are signatures. That's extremely rare. We're not used to that.
That signature allowed him time to dodge, too, and get through. Well, that has continued as Rayzigher is about to fall as well. And this is a very different story this time, Sparky. The first time that they had a double up, there was a lot of damage on the red team. I am seeing very minimal over on the side of Kyna, who is not allowing them to hit him pretty much at all.
So we were just watching game 1, and that one really started to fall apart for the blue team really towards the end, but it was still in game 1. The fact that it started to fall apart that quickly from a team that has greater history, SAC and Kyna, than Ian and Rayzigher do, that makes me think that's how this set is going to go. Like the latter half of last game is the pace going forward as Ian already in the red, Rayzigher already in the orange, Kyna still living on first stock, SAC still in the yellow on second.
That's the thing when you're playing against people who have won championships time and time again. them. They're way more calm in the last stock situation. Not the easiest thing to do is Ian flies away from that side air, and Rayzigher is staring at what could be a stock loss right here too. Gets sweat beads on, but because of the awareness of Ian knowing, hey, if I just get in the way, I can help you. But they got to do something about Kyna.
Is Ray going to be able to take out SAC here? Even that recovery, SAC is still in the orange, getting hit by that, so that's not going to put him in a terrible position. What a punish. SAC is nailing those neutral signatures in a way no other Ulgrim does. He's using those as often as, like, if you're a gold player, no offense to gold players, we love you, that's the way gold players will play this character in their ranked games. Like, if you're a gold Orion as well, you also go for that spear neutral signature every time. But somehow, SAC knows exactly when to use them, exactly how to use it, and how to get the most out of it.
I mean, when Rayzigher's put out this many signatures too, you know that you'll have time. That side air comes through though. That is a massive lead that they have right now under Rayzigher. I don't know if this one is like, I'm not one to like write stuff off. I know, like, it takes a lot to make these type of comebacks. He's going to make an effort, but this one's going to be very taxing to try and get back in. As the team combo already lines up, they seal the deal. He came off the platform and said, hold up, let me get back into the fray here. I'll finish this off. 2 games up for SAC Kyna.
Their ability to win these games while also, like, they look like they're just having a good time. Like, I feel like they're swagging out this lobby right now. The way that they're playing, you're pointing at the screen right now, and I know why, but I want you to tell the people at home why.
Okay, so Kyna 620 damage, SAC 523 damage.
Good numbers, good numbers.
Rayzigher's 365. You know, had a little bit of a rough time about
One
it.
for every day of the year.
Ian. 141.
He just was not allowed to play.
Was not at all. Took 597 compared to 141. 84 damage and 80 damage done on the 2 weapons individually. You have to step it up. But that's also just on the insane play from, like, look at...
Dude, they're already starting.
They wanted to jump Kyna. He said, bring it. He got them with 2 dares immediately, saying, you're not going to hit me.
The way that Kyna and SAC are playing right now, they're making this look like a pools match. That's how well they're playing. It's not Rayzigher and Ian playing bad. They're not making a ton of mistakes. SAC and Kyna are just playing that much better, and that can kind of happen when you're Ian and Rayzigher. You're sort of a different caliber of player. Still extremely talented, do not get me wrong.
Yep.
But you're running into a top 3 team in South America that has extremely strong 2s teams.
I mean, you made an incredible run up to this point, and it's not like it's over. They could definitely make a comeback.
I mean, like, you see the lead right now is technically in favor of the blue team. Ian, off of this swap onto the Orion, he is going to fall there. They're going to get the full team wipe on blue, and again, kind of the one surviving.
Yeah, like we were saying before, seed 2 to 11. So I think this is one of those times where you're playing for the big upset here, no matter which way you look at it. And being down 2 games, you got to pull out all the stops. You got to find ways to make this work. However, that Nair, even after not finding its mark, actually the side air does work out. So Rayzigher, I thought was going to take a lot more damage to that. It was able to sneak behind Kyna to find one. That so much better than the last game because Kyna refused to give up any, Sparky. Now,
this also seems like it's a little bit of a new team coming out from Ian and Rayzigher. Now, we know the name Rayzigher. We've seen that in the past, but they don't really have a lot of history together. I'm looking at, it's that August 7th community tournament, Brawlhalla number 35. That's the only placement they have, official and community events that show up on StartGG on this stat tool. So that's not a lot of time, and they're already making it this far. Yeah, they're kind of getting trounced a little bit here, but it's better this game than it was the previous. They do have SAC in red. They are playing well. They have the KO potential. We'll see if Rayzigher can tune up those signatures a little bit better. He's using them really well.
Exactly.
Like, if we didn't see Fiend play Queen Nai incredibly just a few moments ago, like, we wouldn't have that to compare Rayzigher's to, but Rayzigher's Queen Nai is really strong.
Yeah, it's not been bad, and it's also still within doable range. They have both SAC and Kyna deep in the red. They're going to find one right there. They're going to maybe find his punish on the SAC. No, the weapon toss down. Separates him, but the recovery sneaks his way through as he tried to box his way out of that 2v1. That's a hard spot to get away from no matter what. And now it's 1 stock apiece.
Okay, that down air. What an interesting position. Ian's able to get back. Oh, Rayzigher, you're going to be taken out. You pick up that neutral signature on the edge, and they're like halfway through orange. They're likely going to be done. It's going to be Blast Zone City.
Like you said, the neutral signature punishes on SAC have been absurd, phenomenal, like to a degree that we're not used to seeing at all, and blue team was not able to answer that. What? Hey, well, you take advantage of those opportunities when they hit each other. Few opportunities got left, but I think Lance definitely helping because at least it lets him disengage as quickly as he can.
Oh, he's going to struggle to land, but somehow he finds it. A little bit of a weapon toss, I think, from Kyna. Interrupted SAC on his attempt to punish Ian's landing. That neutral light is going to end that one. But if you look at the top right before it disappears, that was the closest game yet, really, between these two teams. We see 520 damage and we see 469 damage coming out from the red team. We're not doing 600 plus. We're not doing those huge numbers. It's not necessarily these huge gimps either. So they're limiting the damage a little bit more here. And blue team was doing a pretty good job in that final game.
That showed me that there's improvements to be made.
Absolutely.
They actually adjusted well in Game 3. Now, even though they lost that bodes well for them in the future. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do. And like you said, you know, for not many placings, literally only one, getting a 4th place finish here today is not something to bat an eye at. That was an incredible run from Ian and Rayzigher, who are going to take that fall at 4th, but a hard-earned 4th at that.
I hope that they're very proud of that placement because they deserve every bit of that pride. Man, Rayzigher getting taken out so early. You saw it on the... Can we get the...